All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Focus.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the flat for Hyde. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On second down, Hyde. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Under.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
4 down. Set! Like 20. Big. Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Here we go. Hey, we got that. Like 30. Snickers, you got to spin.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run it again with Hyde. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Taylor. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Slow.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Now he'll escape to it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Play action, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Carlos Hyde, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. The pass complete to Justin Hunter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. AB. 58,
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hyde. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Everyone's got four down. Set. 30.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going. I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Focus.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And eventually easily taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Play action. Now Taylor. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Handoff comes to Hyde, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Under.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run high, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Gonzalez puts this one through. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Black 20. 8. Snickers.
Ben to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's high, and no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go play action with Taylor. Flush to his right. And some space here. Room to run inside the 40. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Steelers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. James has it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Snickers, 66.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.